If it ain't Nolazine TV, don't put it on.
What's up, y'all? It's Sonai Brattt. You checking in with Nolazine TV. We finna get into it.
Okay. So, I'm gonna tell everybody where you from.
I'm from Sunnyside, Chickahoe, Texas, south side of Houston.
Okay. So, growing up, before the on like south side of Houston, I want you to, I want you to paint the picture of like how it was for you on like growing up.
Growing up, I was mostly like raised by my grandma, so we was in church most of the time.
And you always had meals.
And we always had music. We was always around music.
Okay. And so did you actually sing in church?
Yes, I was in the choir.
Oh. And so how did the church feel? When you actually transition to actually doing other type of music?
I mean, I always was like rapping on the side, but it was just like a little hobby to me. It wasn't just like a career to me at first. So I mean.
And so like as soon as you took it serious, did you show the pastor?
No, I didn't. I just kept it to myself.
Okay. So far as yourself growing up, who influenced you to actually get into music?
I mean, as far as looking up to people, I feel like maybe white people on BET like Nicki Minaj, Trina, Tiana Taylor, Michael Jackson. That really just pushed me to get into seeing the confidence and what people loved about them.
Okay. So how did you come up with your and before your music name?
My music name, Sonai, is actually part of my government name. The Brattt, my grandma actually called me a Brattt. She say I'm one of the meanest grandchildren. So.
Do you feel like you're the meanest?
It depends on how I'm feeling, but I be chilling most of the time. It depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay. So tell the world, what's the average day like for you?
Average day for me, waking up, writing music, maybe try a little TikTok video.
What you be doing on TikTok?
I be trying to build my name out there just a little bit, but just seeing like different little things I can pick up on. And it's like beats I be picking up on TikTok too. So just seeing what I can learn.
Okay. So do you have any brand new projects coming up?
Yes, I have 2 brand new projects I'm dropping in February. So y'all stay tuned, get into it, and Chickahoe, Texas going up. Link in the bio.
Okay. So do you have any features or anything like that on the projects?
We gonna keep that.
You'll keep it on tuck right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell the world actually what separates you from other artists.
My flow, my personality, my look. Just I'm humble. I'm here. I'm moving. My age, like I'm young and I'm getting into it. So.
Okay, so everybody always say but they humble. Do you really feel like you humble?
I'm humble.
Oh, because some people say I'm humble until
Nah.
till certain situations come about.
Nah.
Okay, so like being in the music industry for a while now, just going to church and learning how to rap on the side. Tell us what you most enjoy about it, and tell us what you actually hate about it.
I would say in church I enjoy like learning my pitch of tone and what I could do and change with my voice. What I hated about it was that like if you wasn't loud enough, you was getting out there in front of everybody. Like you was getting pulled to the side in front of everybody. They ain't care. Like.
And did you feel embarrassed?
I mean, a couple of times I felt embarrassed, but I mean they was family, so it was like you had to get into it.
You just get some tough skin.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as far as being in Houston right now and putting music out here, do you feel like other music artists in Houston actually support each other?
I definitely do agree that they do support each other, depending on who you run into. I try to just watch my surroundings and who I run into, but for the most part, I done had some good run-throughs with a couple of people.
Okay. So do you feel like you have to move out of Houston? Like once your music career, reach a certain milestone?
I mean, I definitely would want to move out of Houston just to get the different feels of what other people got going on and what the world could offer me. So I wouldn't just say I'm so into staying into Houston, but I want to see what the world got to offer.
Okay. So tell your fans something about you that you don't show on your social media.
What I don't show. I mean, I'm not really a social person, but like I be trying to connect with the fans. So I mean, I do my best trying to be social with y'all.
Oh, so what you be doing?
But I mean, y'all I mean, like, I'm 19, so it's like I'm used to just thugging it out, being by myself. I'm not used to just opening up to people. So it's new for me, just like it is new for y'all to get to know me. So.
Yeah, but y'all learning each other.
Yeah, we learning each other. We getting there.
So how well do you take I can't get the word out. How well do you take constructive criticism?
I take it well. I feel like it's just something a lesson learned. You gonna grow with it.
So like, how would you feel if someone actually tell you in your face, that your music is trash?
But I say be careful what you say, but like I'm gonna keep it together. I appreciate the criticism. I could just build off of that. Just
you gotta be ready for people to say everything.
I'm here. I'm ears wide open. But I appreciate anything anybody got to tell me. I could just grow off of that.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure if your fans and other people might want to know. Are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So if you could date anyone in the music industry or entertainment industry, who would it be? And also tell us why. You don't have to answer it either.
We just gonna keep that confidential as well.
Okay, that's a good move. As I was saying, you didn't have to answer it either. So I got this question because I've been asking females, and I didn't actually know this actually happened to females, but I want to know from your point of view. Have you ever been on catfish?
No, never.
Oh, because I heard females say like dudes be catfishing them, like they be like wearing their friends' clothes. They be if their pictures, if they really be fatter than what they be looking like on Instagram.
No.
So you have a good eye.
Yeah, ain't no catfish around here.
But you didn't get catfish?
Nah.
Okay. Hey, but nobody never said you was catfish either.
Mm-mm.
I just want to see your face when you said that. Okay. So, like being a music artist, how many hours do you spend working on your craft?
I would say maybe 10 hours out of my day.
Okay. So what's your advice to one, what's your advice to one on a younger artist that's trying to follow in your footsteps?
I would say to critique your music, don't rush it. And make it for not just your ears, but the world ears once you release it.
Okay. So, 3 years from now, what do you see 3 years from now, what do you see your music career going?
I definitely see some Grammys. I definitely see some movies. Definitely, I see some.
So, if you wasn't doing music, tell us, what do you think you'll be doing?
Oh, if I wasn't doing music, I would be in school right now.
For?
I wanted to go to school to be a livestock veterinarian. So I wanted to be a livestock veterinarian.
Okay.
Yes, right. I wanted to be an equine vet.
So, name your top 5 greatest music artists of all time, ever dead or alive.
James Brown, Michael Jackson, Nicki Minaj, Tiana Taylor. Don't hate me for saying this, y'all. But young boy.
Well, but it is your generation. But you shot me with James Brown.
Yeah.
How old were you when James Brown died? Were you alive?
No.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Like, wait, were you alive? So like Michael Jackson died, you probably was 2.
Nah, I think I was probably like 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had my years wrong. It's my fault. Okay, so tell us, I'm like, what's next for you? Do you plan on, like starting your own label? I'm like working with bigger artists, dropping merch. I'm like, if just anything like that.
We definitely got some merch coming out. We definitely got me working with some bigger artists, and we got a couple collabs coming up, so everybody just stay tuned. And we also got a little trip to New York we taking, so y'all stay tuned for that. We vlogging that. Stay tuned.
Oh, but you ready to work, huh?
Yep.
So tell your fans, like, what's your favorite song like that you have recorded so far, and I'm also like tell them why.
My favorite song, I'm just gonna keep it with Check Out Texas, only because I recorded that. I think I recorded that like mid-August of last year, and it took me a minute to even want to just drop it. So that had to be one of my favorite songs right now.
So how old were you? How old were you? When your grandmother first heard you rap.
I was like 16.
And I want to know, what her, what her, reaction was like.
My grandma kind of chill. She not no judgy grandma, so she support. She ain't like all the cuss words, but she support. Was she making faces when you was cursing? She just be she got a real settled face. Like, okay. You gonna hear her after.
All right, and also, but last but not least, tell everyone, what can they find you on social media and just on the music platforms?
Y'all can find me on Instagram as Sonai the Brattt, Brattt with 3 T's. On Twitter, Sonai the Brattt, 3 T's again. TikTok, same thing. Everybody tap in. Check out Texas going up. Link is straight in the bio. Y'all know what's going on.
All right, we done.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.